What's going on, YouTube? Mike here, the Cloud City Vapor, coming at you Tuesday. Wanted to go over a lot of stuff, and obviously if you're seeing the title of the video, I'm doing a review. So I'll get into that here in just a second. I picked up a device for the purpose of the review. I paid for it, wasn't sent to me, anything like that. Wanted to see how well a little gas station vape really is. I know obviously Juul and stuff like that is sold in in gas stations, but this is a completely different pod system. So I'll get into that here in just a second, and I'll show you the contents of the package and all of that. As a reminder, the giveaway for the Juno is still going on. I'll put a link in the description. I'll probably put a little card up there, link in the video once I get to editing this stuff. So if you're like one of the first few viewers, in the first like 5 minutes I upload this, you might not see the card, but you'll definitely see the link in the description. So without further ado, I want to talk about this weekend. Saturday was a pretty good day, and then Sunday the bottom fell out because it was super windy. Like literally we had gusts of like 50-mile-an-hour winds. It was blowing shit everywhere. It was awful. I was miserable all day. I mean, I didn't do shit all day. I did like, about $100 my first hour there, and then it went from that to just wind gusts every 30 seconds. I wound up staying there until almost 4, and it was just dead all day. I mean, there were people walking around and stuff. I did get a couple people asking questions, but for the most part, it sucked. I mean, it was bad. FYI, if you're seeing, wondering what's different, well, I'm wearing glasses because I'm out of contacts. I gotta go get some next week. But yeah, the weekend was not half bad for Saturday. The other half sucked, but that's okay. It happens. Stuff like that happens, especially being outdoors like that, and that is why I'm moving into a shop. So I told you guys about that, and you probably hear my dog in the background. I told you guys about that video or two back. I'm super excited about that. I can't wait once I get everything in there, which will be next Thursday. I can't wait to show you guys the shop on Saturday. I'm going to do a live video, so definitely make sure you allot time for that. I'll probably do it sometime around like 11 o'clock or something. We'll see how busy it is. Hopefully it'll be busy. But with that being said, I want to take you to a close-up of this device that I picked up, and I have been using it today. So let me get you flipped around if I can. Oh nope, I can't. Okay, just kidding. So I'll put you back down. We'll open this up. What I picked up was the Enjoy Ace. It's a little pod kit. They sell it at Wawa's. I know down here in Florida there may be some other places that they sell it at. I'm not really sure, but it's a little pod system. It reminds me of the Zeus pod kit. But yeah, this is the pod itself. This little kit doesn't come with pods. You have to buy those separate, which I did pick up a pack, and we'll talk about that. But what you're going to get in the package literally is a little USB, which I haven't pulled it out because I keep a USB charger in my car, so we'll hang on to that. But yeah, nothing else comes in it. So literally no instructions. I guess they figure if you're smart enough to vape, you're smart enough to learn how to use it. I mean, they got like a website on the back. It's kind of shitty, really, that they didn't put any kind of instructions in there, even like a little, 1x fold up or whatever. But yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna pop in I'll show you the pods that I got. I picked up. It's a 2-pod pack. It was like $10. Picked up watermelon twist. We'll talk about the flavor stuff here in a minute. But yeah, this is the pod I've been vaping on and I picked it up right at 12 o'clock, so I've been vaping on it for, I don't know, it's like 5:30, 6 o'clock now, about 6 hours. But yeah, it's down inside there. You can see there's little magnets, so it's not press fit. As far as the mod itself goes, it has like a little rubbery kind of texture. The rubbery part actually feels really, really good. The body of it, you've got this like plastic stuff, shiny plastic. It does smudge up a little bit, but it's not like it's a huge portion of the kit itself. And then with the pod system, you've got I want to say it's probably about a 2 mil pod. It looks very similar to like the Zeus, so it's like a 2 mil pod, but you've got your battery connection right there, and then yeah, it just drops in, and you're good to hit it. Lights up down there. So what I did was for whatever reason, I'm assuming they're going to stop putting them in stores or whatever. I have no idea. Maybe it's just some introductory offer. But they are. My dog is going ham on this bone over here. Can you just pick that up and go? Can you go? He's such an idiot. There you go. Get it off the cage. So, anyways, picked it up for 99 cents. And because I saw a little sticker on there. You know how Jewel a while back had like $20 off the basic kit or the full kit. I'm sorry. They're normally like $50, so they were selling them for like $30. But yeah, I saw a little thing and it said 99 cents, and I'm like, 99 cents for a vape? So I asked, I get up to the register and I asked the lady, I had some food with me and stuff, and as I'm checking out, I'm like, hey, can I look at that Enjoy kit, that vape kit? And so she shows it to me, and she's like, but it doesn't come with pods, and I'm like, okay, I get that. So I asked her how much pods were, $10 for 2, which I guess that it's a little on the high end. It's probably about what. It's actually a little bit more expensive than well, it's about the same, I guess, if you think about it as like the Juul, because you get 0.8 mils. This is like a 2 mil pod, I believe. But anyways, yeah. So when you hit it, it is air activated. There's no buttons or anything. When you hit it, light lights up. I'm assuming, just based on all the pod systems that I've tried in the past, that it will indicate to me when it's time to charge it. I don't know yet. It hasn't said nothing thus far. I can't tell you how many times I've hit it because I haven't counted. But 2 mils lasts you probably a day and a half or so, a day to 2 days, depending on how much you vape it. Maybe longer if you're only hitting it like once or twice. But yeah, I wanted to see, what I would think about something like that. Realistically speaking, as far as like the juice goes, 5%, like I'm not a big Nick Salts fan at all. Don't like Nick Salts. I say that. I like the Juno. It's probably my favorite out of all the Nick Salt like pod-based systems that I've tried. But I prefer Freebase just because if you're running like a 3 milligram Freebase on a big device, it's not going to be harsh at all. I mean, it's generally smooth, no matter, especially with all the mesh coils and everything out now. And you get, huge clouds. But like a little pod system like this, the Nick Salts, to me, they make me kind of cough. I think they're good, like starter kits to get people into vaping, get them off cigarettes. I do think that for sure. But as far as, personal preference, I'm more of a Freebase nicotine. Now with the flavor in mind, I picked the watermelon twist because I thought, it'd be kind of fruity, or maybe even like a candy. But realistically, I can't even taste it. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, it almost has no taste to it. It's a slight hint, but the flavor that you get off of it at 5% nicotine, which is 50 milligrams, is very minimal. So it's not super enjoyable. As far as like getting your fix, yeah, it'll do that. But to me, it almost tastes like if you've ever tried the patch to quit smoking, that smell of the nicotine, because that is a salt and nic as well, or a form of it. It kind of reminds me of that, and so it just makes it not really that enjoyable. But I think that if you're looking to quit smoking and you just want like a cheap alternative for $11 to get started and try it out, not a bad little deal. Now it probably sells for 15 or 20 or $25 or whatever normally, I guess. I don't know why they have them on sale. I didn't really ask. I haven't looked into it or anything like that. This is just kind of like my first impressions. As far as the kit though, the mod itself, it's a pretty comfortable mod. Comparing it to the Juno, it's a lot shorter than the Juno, but it is wider. It is quite a bit heavier than the Juno. So, you know, all in all, I mean, I got 11 bucks in it. It was worth giving it a look. My phone keeps beeping at me. But it was worth giving it a look. I thought, hey, why the hell not? You know, I'll just check it out and see if it's any good. So, yeah, I would say that on a scale of, like, you know, the best pre-fill pod system to the worst that I've tried, it's definitely under the Juno and the Juul. You know, it's kind of right in the middle with some of the other just regular pod system, pre-fill pod systems. There's a little bit of wiggle, but the battery, I mean, you know, not the battery, but the magnetic is not going to fall out. So the vapor reduction on it is not terrible. I know it's kind of hard to see against that gray wall back there, but compared to the Juno, Juno gives off a little bit more. And I find that the way I like to hit any of these is like a really tight, direct lung, which sounds weird, but if I do mouth to lung, it makes me cough almost every time. Like I get this like little, not a smoker's cough, but you know, like a little cough behind the hit when I do mouth to lung with it. But yeah, so if I direct lung them, still gives me a little cough. That was a big one though. Oh shit! All right, let me try this one. This one's been making me kind of cough today. Oh god, Nick Salts, jeez. What were we thinking? Anyways, so I just want to show you guys that. Is it a viable option? I would say yeah, to somebody who doesn't know any better, who is thinking about quitting smoking. Absolutely. You can pick one up with a pack of pods for 11 bucks if they still have the sale going on. But realistically speaking, if you want to get into a decent pod system, something like the Juno is going to be more beneficial because like your vape stores, I don't know if you know this, can warranty the battery, which is pretty huge. So if something happens in your first year, you can just take it back to them. They can swap you batteries and then they can send it off for warranty and get a replacement for the battery they gave you. So if you're looking at getting into vaping, I would say, yeah, give that a shot. But, you know, really I would recommend getting with a vape shop and talking with someone that knows about vaping. That way, you know, you're more informed, because I think you're going to be better off with a smaller, like, regular starter kit versus, like, that little Enjoy. But, hey, I mean, for 11 bucks, you know, you literally could trash it in 2 days and not give a shit about it. You know, it's the cost of 2 packs of cigarettes. So, and you're going to be better off, in my opinion, than smoking. But with that being said, guys, definitely love my freebase over the Nick Salts. But with that being said, guys, you know the drill. I appreciate it. If you like my videos, definitely subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. If you do subscribe, make sure you click the bell so anytime I shoot a video and upload it, you guys get notified. But hey, I appreciate you guys. We're on our way to 1,000 subs. Getting there every day. We get a little bit bigger. So without further ado, guys, you know the drill. Stay cool. Keep vaping on. I'll catch you guys in the next one. FYI, 2 weeks with this mesh, that Next mesh. Same cotton and everything. Not hitting it every day. Still cranking it out. Flavor's still top notch. I'm gonna change it out later today though, or tomorrow for this weekend. But catch you guys.